If you have ever dreamt of learning a skill, becoming a farmer, flying a plane, relocating, learning how to swim, whatever your goal is, you may have even done some research, read, studied, attended seminar, but still do not know how to apply that learning into practical steps. This video is for you. This video will help convert what you have learned and all you have been learning into practical steps if applied. Please get your pen and a paper and be ready to take notes. Good day. This is Faith from Seed to Tree, where you come, learn, practice, take action, grow, and become your spectacular self. This video is a continuation of our series, Just Do It. It will give you strategies to implementing what you have learned. How many times have you learned, read, got some beautiful inspiration, and within you, you knew you were going to take action, but you got home, and from one thing to the other, a day passed, 2 days passed, a week, 2 weeks is gone, a year, 2 years gone, but you still have not been able to take that action. Learning, research, reading, even attending seminar is not the issue. The major problem is how to take action. So begin at all. The first thing that is important is change your mindset. Know that your learning is for a reason. Whatever you are learning at all, have that mindset that you are going to make use of that thing you are learning. If after learning you have not been able to apply what you have learned, then everything you have basically learned is useless. Develop the mindset and tell yourself, you got this, you are doing this, you can do it, and nothing is going to stop you. So begin to affirm to yourself that you can do this. I will attach the link below on some positive affirmation that will help you in taking relevant actions in changing your life if practiced regularly. So primarily, first and foremost, before anything else, have the right mindset. Tell yourself you can do it, you got this. What is your why? You must have a good why. Why are you learning? Why are you doing that research? There must be a problem you are trying to solve. Without a problem, sometimes it is very difficult to actually apply things blindly. I will just give you an instance of what happened to me recently. I have a little garden behind my house. I had an issue with some of the plants, and I began researching on what I need to do to solve that problem. I read, I went on Google. I already had a problem that I was going to apply that learning to. So that became my why. Even as simple as that is, we must always have a why. If we have a why to why we are learning, we are able to easily apply that learning into that practical steps. I will give you another example of Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban is an American billionaire. Mark Cuban started at age 12. He said his dad was doing something with his friend, and Mark Cuban asked his father that he needed some canvas. And dad looked at his feet and said, "Those ones on your feet, are they still working?" So because they are still working, dad said he was not going to buy Mark Cuban another canvas. If you're going to buy your own canvas, you will have to get your money and buy canvas. And then the friend to his dad heard the conversation and told Mark Cuban he had some small business for a 12-year-old That was how Mark Cuban began his big business at 12. So when he was going to university, he had saved money for himself. And he already also knew exactly what he was going to read at the university. If I'm not mistaken, he said he read marketing. So he had a purpose, he had a why to what he was doing. Though I guess at this point in time he was not a billionaire. No, he wasn't a billionaire. But to get to university, he already knew what his life is heading. And he knew within him what he's going to do to get him to where he wants to go. So you can see he had a why. So many people had a why. So if we do not have a why, it will be very difficult for us to actually apply our learning to practical steps. Based on what we have learned, the notes we have taken, the research we have made, learning to apply our innate strength to the challenge you are facing at that time will help get you to that point you want to get to. We all have different strengths in different areas. Pick your strength based on what you have learned. We should be able to identify our strength and being able to apply that strength on that thing we are learning. That will help channel our energy from within to that idea, that information. After taking the notes, after research, after learning, make a list and add to your to-do list. You add it to your calendar. This is when you're going to do this. How you are going to do it based on what you have learned and have your SMART goal set. We have done SMART goal here a while ago. Please go back and watch our SMART goal video, how to set your goal. Go and watch the video if we have not watched it. Briefly on how to walk around your SMART goal. S in the SMART means specific. Be specific about what you want to achieve. You are relocating. Where are you relocating to? Canada. Specific. Okay? Or specific. Want to be a farmer. What kind of farming? I want to go into goat farming. Specific. I want to learn to fly a plane. Specific. M. Measurable. How do you track your progress? How can you track your progress? You've done your research on what it takes to go to Canada for studies, for example. You began to do the research on how much you need. When the exams are starting, what kind of exams you need. You did the exams, so you can see you are able to track progress. Before you did not know what you need. Now you have done your research. You know how much you need. You probably have also done the tests, the relevant tests. That is measurable. You are able to track your progress. A. Attainable. Is this something you can attain? Having a farm, is it attainable for you? Whatever your goals are must be attainable for your situation, to your situation. R. Is it relevant? How does it relate to your value? How does it relate to your dream? How is it going to help you? Is it relevant to your ambitions? T. Time bound. This is when you are doing it. You are setting the standards and you are setting your time. By next month, I want to be writing this exam for this. By next month, I want to be able to save my first 1,300, whatever the case may be, to buy my plot of land for my goat business. That, my friend, is how to apply SMART goal for your individual life, to your individual situation. Have you shared this video yet? Please like, share and subscribe. Thanks for spending this time with us. Do not go yet. Next step, stay focused and committed to that thing you are learning. You pick a specific thing you have learned. You learn it in and out. You remove every type of distraction your way. You learn one thing, get good at that one thing before moving to another new thing. The problem most of us have is that we want to learn so many things at the same time. We become the jack of all trades but master of none. Let's learn one thing at a time. When we learn, we practice, we apply it before moving to something else. In that, we become good. We can actually see our progress. Deliberately seek opportunity to apply what you have learned. Sometimes we learn something and we've gone for that seminars, we've paid, I don't know how much, hundreds of dollars we paid on that seminar. We came, we put all the materials, all the books at the bottom of wherever in our libraries. We never use them until the following year when we are ready for another seminar. Let's seek for opportunity to be able to be good at what we have learned and applying it to our life situation. I'm going to give you an instance of my husband. When he was schooling in the north, he did not speak the northern language, which is Hausa. He made northerners friends, and every word he learned, he said he continued to practice and continued to walk along with his northerners students. And by the time he was graduating from the university, he was able to speak Hausa very fluently. So that is how we apply our new skills into practical steps to help us gain confidence to use that knowledge we have on our regular lives. Let us seek for opportunities. Let us seek for avenues to use that new skill, whatever the skill is. Maybe we have learned to swim. Okay, I give you an instance. I learned to swim years ago and I never go back to swim. It took years before going back into the swimming pool. By the time I got to the swimming pool, I was basically trying to learn again. That is because I was not learning the new skill I learned years ago. So being able to be good at what we do, being able to be proficient at what we have learned, we must be able to find opportunities to put that thing into practice. We may not be really good at what we have just learned, but find opportunity to put it into practice. Just do it. It is in doing it, failing, learning, starting and failing again. Fail forward is the word. You fail, you learn, you start, you get better, you learn from your failure. You do better. As you're failing, you're getting better. To fail is not a bad thing. What is a bad thing is that you fail, you give up, you think you are a loser, and you let go of that dream you have. You are never going to get it at the first time. You are not going to be perfect at even the 10th time, depending on what you're doing. The secret is you're getting better by the day as you learn. Forget about the naysayers. If that is your dream, if that is what you want for yourself, continue to practice, learn again. Perfection will come with time. Someone has once said, it is easier to sustain change if we anticipate roadblocks, challenge, and obstacles. If you're going somewhere and you know that the road is going to be tough, you are going to prepare for it, right? And you are going to prepare for this challenge. If you do not anticipate those setbacks, you might just start going. And when you get there, you might get freaked out. Anticipate the challenge, anticipate failure, anticipate roadblocks to help prepare you that whatever the situation, though you may fail 101 times, you will continue to work until you get it. Find a mentor or an accountability partner, a partner that will share your failures, your setbacks, your challenges, your obstacles with. He's sharing his with you. You are sharing yours with him, and you are working together on similar goals, similar tasks. So you fall, he pulls you up. A study that I would like to share with you involving a group of students. The instructor came in and gave these students some clay and said they had to make a perfect flower vase. The second group of students he gave to just make as many vases as possible. Both of these began work. Group A were trying to make their perfect vase. Group B that were given the opportunity to make it doesn't have to be perfect, but they can make as many as possible. Theirs came out to be spectacular because they had the freedom to do as many times as possible. Theirs came to be possible because they had the advantage of number. And this one that was given the opportunity to make a perfect vase, their own came very imperfect. The lesson in it is that when we are starting something, let's give ourselves the opportunity to keep doing it. By and by, we will get better and become perfect as the day goes by. Have you benefited from this video? Have you learned anything from this video? Do you know anyone that this video will benefit? Is there anybody you think that needs to start something that have not started yet? Please send this video to as many friends as you have. Friends of friends. Let them watch, subscribe, like the channel, and also send to their friends. That is how you can help us with this channel. It has been Mosi Faith from Seed to Tree. You take care until I bring the next one to you. Bye. Make a to-do list using a frame. What frame? Make a to-do list and add it to your calendar using a frame. What? If you have ever dreamt of changing your life on becoming a farmer, relocating, flying a plane, changing a career, or learning to swim, learning to swim.